What's happening, y'all? So I went back to the regular audio. I didn't actually get any comments on the last video, but again, I wasn't happy with how that audio came out. But someone literally just commented and had a good idea, and I had a few minutes and needed to put some things in my box here. So, what's in the box? Did I do what's in the box when I did the spinner box? I should have. I know that was the title. Anywho, but thanks, Christy, for asking a good question in the comments. I really appreciate all the love getting in the comments. Really makes the whole thing worthwhile. I wouldn't take the time to upload them if people weren't watching them and enjoying them. Not doing it for any sort of serious fame or recognition, but as long as you guys are liking them, I like making them. So, but here we got the. Ooh, sorry, that shook. We've got the Pelican 1170. 1170 seems to be kind of the go-to case for most people, especially just getting started. These cases run, I think I got this one for 37 bucks on Amazon. They are really heavy duty, especially with a bunch of metal spinners in there. Got some moisture control stuff in here, really heavy duty latches. I mean, this thing is a tank. It's got this kind of like double latching system kind of going on here. And as you can see, I'm trying to pimp it out with stickers. This one is actually just a piece of paper that came in the 10-ball bearing bag, and I just glued it on there because I think it looks sweet, and I had to cut it with an X-Acto knife to make it fit. But got some yo-yos with my 10-ball bearings. They sent me the sticker. This came with the Trillium. I don't know if you know what that one is. But let's open it up, take a look, and see what we got inside. Oh, look at the collection. So a couple of things right off the bat. All the little tools I use, actually I don't have to pick any foam out. Those just wedge right in between the spaces of some of the pick and pluck foam here. So if you have little tools taking things apart, so this little guy just got in the spinner box, slides right in here. The little Allen wrench, get in there. The little Allen wrench right next to it for the pie. Little screwdriver for the pie also works for this guy. Oh, this little tiny little screwdriver. I've got this safety pin for removing the shields off of bearings. They have these stupid little clips. They're really hard. Maybe I'll do a video on it, but that little tiny dot right there, I jabbed a pin. I don't know how far into my finger, but it hurt. It still hurts a little bit. So that sucks anyway. So, but part of the question that came up was, how do you organize this? I've been kind of filling things as I go, and I've kind of got a mind that wants to really get kind of analytical and think through things. So as I get pieces, I just try to keep them as optimized as I can for the most part, unless they're bar spinners. Fitting two in a row here is kind of where I've gone. If I were to plan this all again and have these spinners and know what I was getting, I could probably be a bit more optimized. But I kind of wanted to show you guys how we go in there and how we get things out. So I don't know let's try this. So this spot right here, this is kind of one of the things I really wanted to show you. Can I zoom in? Yeah. So the way this foam works, right, you can see there's a little, see that right by my fingernail? This foam is basically cut, but has one little strip that's not cut in between it. And you can just wiggle your fingers in there, wiggle your fingers in between the foam, and start to pull it out. They call it pick and pluck for a reason. So there's a piece of foam underneath on the bottom. And then obviously we've got the zoom back out for a second. We've got the foam on top here that holds everything snug. So what I think I'm actually going to try to do, will these fit in there? My Trillium titanium weights that I don't know if I'll ever really use. They're actually pretty nice. When I forced myself to use them for a day, they were nice. But when I went back to the brass, I know you guys want to see that Trillium, don't you? You're like, Tim, take out the Trillium. That's my grail. That's my baby. That's my baby mama. Baby mama's mamas. Baby mama's mama's mamas. Sorry, Miss Jackson. Whoo, Trillium's for real. Sorry, I didn't mean to make you cry. I apologize. Trillium times? Oh shit, I didn't even plan that one. That was just good. That was just good. Comment below, guys, if that was good. We're already 4 minutes in. We haven't done anything with our foam here. Sorry, I like to ramble. Some of you said you like the rambling. Cool. So anyway, we got to put these in here. And we got I don't know if you've seen this one. Started to do a review on it. Didn't like how it came out. Scrapped it. Probably come back to it maybe. Super fidgetable spinner. This is actually one of my most probably the most fidgetable R188 I've got. It's actually, it's a close contender for this guy here. But that 608 bearing just has a different feel to it. It's nice to have a 608 bearing in the collection. You should respect your elders, not your elders, your originators. I don't know, OGs. But this guy's pretty nice. It's got a nice spin to it. It's a little light. I think it's aluminum with some brass weights. It actually feels pretty light, but it's a good little fixture. And then this one, if you're on Spin Space, no, not Spin Space, Daily Fidget, you will have seen me posted this guy. Comes from the UK, pretty neat guy. This is going to get some heavy customization work, but as it stands right now, it's not super finished. See those angles on the buttons? That's got to get smoothed out, and these are like the hottest of hot spots because this thing, it's got a 7-ball ceramic hybrid. I've never seen a bearing like it. It's glued in there. Spins pretty good. Got almost 6 minutes on a vertical spin with this, even though it doesn't really feel like it should spin that long. But if you try to stop this thing on a good spin with your finger out here and these things catch, boy, oh boy, you're gonna know it. We're gonna customize the crap out of this thing in another video. But I need to find a spot for it in here. So first thing I'm gonna do, this one is pretty unique. This one's gonna be a little different, but I got plenty of space right here. This one I don't think is gonna be able to kind of fit in. So if you look at how I do my tries, we'll zoom in there a little bit, and we'll take out the Trillium. I took out the middle one or middle two, depending, and then I teared just on this one anyway. I teared just the top of the foam a little bit, not all the way, so it actually can squish down nicely, and then it holds it really nice. I like seeing some people do it with their tries with just the single arm up. I like seeing my arms, the 2 arms up. So that's how I like to do it. So what we're gonna do is with this guy, I'm just gonna kind of put this here, push it in a little bit, see what sort of foam we're talking about, and we're just gonna pull that out. So taking out, it's easier to take one more out, obviously. And then if you have them in a couple big chunks, if you are pulling it out in chunks, if you're not sure, you should take them out one at a time. But if you're pulling them out in chunks like this, it's actually good maybe to line a little tin, because you're going to have plenty of tins to keep your bearings nice. Do you guys see how many bearings I've got? Let me show you how many bearings I got. I have a problem. You ready for this? That's ridiculous. Look at these, baby. 1 drops. 10-ball, baby. And then some smooth bearings. You want to up your spinner game, just throw a 1 drop in there. Boy, that X with a 1 drop in it. Anyway, holy shit, we're at 7 minutes. I'm sorry. Let's put this guy in here. And that's about it. Boom, she's in there. So this one is might only take up 1, but I found most of my bars really do want 2. But the foam squishes quite a bit, so we're just going to take out 1 up top. Now I'm just jumping right into pulling this one up because this one's going to have to go somewhere. And when it's just 1, yeah, boom, she fits right in there. So now this one's going to be a little trickier because I don't know exactly the spacing of this because I don't want it bumping into here if I can avoid it. And it could use 1, what I found with the tries where it looks like it uses 1. They go in up to about here, and then once you get into this range, you're going to need 2 pieces of foam pulled out. So I'm going to start by pulling this one out. Okay, we're going to push that in, and you see how it kind of pushes itself back up. It really wants a second one taken out. Now, if I take this one out here, I think it's going to be banging into this. So I'm really need to take this one out here. What that's going to mean is, as much as I'm not really a bar guy, I'm probably going to need either some sort of bar. Yeah, see how that's now fitting a little tighter in there? And what I'll do is we'll just ever so gently tear just a little bit off the top. Just a little bit off the top. And pop that in there. All right, so that's pretty good. See how that fits in there a little snug? And then eventually you'll see, like, you see with most of these guys over here, right? That foam starts to compress pretty nicely. So, I think that is all we have to put in there. You'll notice I put this guy in because I took this guy out because it's getting ready to go back in here to go to one of y'all. I am going to, whether you like it or not, I've decided I'm going to sand the sides down. I feel like that's almost like my calling card with these guys, and I think it looks pretty slick. Oh boy, that spins so good. these guys do really spin really solid. So as much as I'm not a bar guy, that's got some nice weight to it. So we're going to sand that up before I send it out. But I'm going to put it in the tin for now so it stays, we keep it safe. We keep it safe until it's in your hands. The tin, I'll just show you when it came out of the spinner box, it had a little dent in it, so don't be sad whoever gets it. It's just, sorry, had the dent in it. I'll actually look at the other one I got with just with the brass and see if that tin's not dented, and if it's not, I'll switch it out for that. One other thing I wanted to show before we end this out is when I was doing these over here, I actually made a few mistakes, and they're actually really easy to fix. Nothing fancy here, just some Elmer's glue. I have a clear, doesn't have to be clear. But what you can do is real easy. You just apply a little bit of this, just like that. I don't usually glue all the way to the top because I don't want much. I did that with one of the earlier ones here, and you can kind of feel the glue in the top, and I don't really like that feeling. So you can kind of glue these back in, and you can even glue up higher. Just give yourself a little bit of room where there's no glue at the top. And you literally just put it in there, and that's it. I don't have anything I need to put in, but I just wanted to show you guys, if you make a mistake pulling this foam out, keep a couple of these handy, keep some nearby. Don't just pull this stuff out and throw it away. This stuff's golden. A lot of stuff you can do to kind of, again, I use it to pack my bearings in another tin. So it's good stuff. So yeah, hope you liked it. If you guys have one of these cases already and you're starting to customize it, getting it looking good, I think I'm gonna start a thread over on the Daily Fidget, showing your case off. And real easy, y'all. This thing right here, I decided we're gonna make it real easy. I think later on we'll do some fun giveaways where you gotta hop into Daily Fidget. Like to do a lot of games over there. I just want to approve some of that stuff with an admin first. I'm hoping they won't mind. I can't imagine they would, but I don't want to just put them on blast yet. So you can still hop over there and join, do the request, all that good stuff. I'm sure they don't care that I promote that, but before I start throwing giveaways in there, I want to run it by them. So we'll make it real easy. Just comment down below. Don't try and do more than one comment. There's a random comment picker. We'll ignore duplicates, so you don't have to try to get tricky and get sneaky in there. Just drop a comment below, and then I will ship this anywhere in the world up to $15 in shipping. So if you're in some weird place that's going to cost more than $15 in shipping, I'll reach out to you and let you know if you are the winner. But yeah, that's it. So comment below and get yourself get yourself in the running for a stealth spinner. All right. Hope you enjoyed it. Got nothing else to say except peace. So it turns out I did have something else to say. I forgot to give you guys a deadline for the giveaway. That might be nice, right? We're going to go until July 1st. So you have until July 1st to, drop the comments down below. Plenty of time. What's that, 2 weeks? It's the 15th of June as of recording this. So July 1st, July 1st sounds pretty good. I also forgot to give a subtle, not so subtle plug to the 2 Kickstarters going right now for one for the Shimmering Sentinel by Stealth Spinners, and the other by Woosaw USA. You gotta get a Woosaw. I think I'm getting rained on a little. Yeah, so go over there, back those bad boys, so I can get my dang spinners. Get my dang spinners. All right, so now I believe we're at a pace.